Hey, we're late, but we're here. Might as well start off telling the truth. We're late, but we're here. In the meantime, I'm going to share from my relationship movement page. Yes, we're going to start from my relationship movement, and we're going to share from there. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yes. Tap that to change it, news feed.
Just got a little bit of different stuff going on tonight. So, but it's okay. We adjust and we move forward. Just trying to get our thoughts back to us.
Our thoughts are here. I'm ready.
Trying to figure out what page to go from and all this other stuff. Technology works when you want it to.
Technology works when you get a head start on it too.
So we are going to make sure we share in all of our various places. As you guys come on, make sure you are sharing just like we're doing now. Make sure you are sharing. And then as you're coming on, tell us where you guys are watching us from. We love to see where you guys are watching us from. We love your comments. So tonight, ladies, it's all for you. Whoop, whoop. So your big brother here, Lawrence Knighton, has decided to do a session just for you
just
ladies.
What's up?
So listen, questions. You got questions about relationships? You got questions about men? You got questions? Why they do what they do? Why they think what they think? Why they act the way they act? Listen, your big brother is right here, and he's going to be answering your questions. So look, if you got questions, listen, we are watching the camera feed. We are watching Facebook. Listen, if you got a question, send it to us. But some of y'all have already sent us some. So I got some questions right here that some ladies have already given us, and we're going to go through those. Listen, no topic is off the table tonight. So if you got a question, inquiry minds want to know. Ladies, we got an answer for you tonight. The one, the only, your big brother,
the love doctor,
my hubby, Lawrence Knighton, is going to answer them. The author of the book, If It's Love Will Last, It Will Last, is answering the questions for us tonight. Those burning questions. Why do men do what they do? So listen, make sure as you're coming on that you are sharing this, because you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who want those questions answered. And we got the one and only Lawrence Knighton answering those questions for you tonight.
I need y'all to share this page. This is going to be some great conversation tonight. I am not an expert at relationships at all, but I promise you this, I am experienced. And y'all need to get on this feed tonight and to come on and let's talk about relationships. This is what we were doing for a few years with my relationship movement. And Tracy and I are back. We are doing this relationship movement / Sheltered In with the Knightons. I need y'all to be on this tonight. I need y'all to be here tonight. We need your face in the place, as they would say in the club. We need your face in the place tonight. I'm sharing this to Nova. You sharing it to Nova?
I am sharing it to Nova.
Okay, well, since you're sharing it to Nova, I don't have to then. So listen, I need y'all to come on in now. Come on in, ladies, husbands, wives, whatever. Bring your boo, your babe. Let's talk about it. Sisters, let's hear it from you. Sisters, let's hear it from you. We want to talk to y'all tonight. We want to talk directly to y'all tonight.
Do share. You share it again, because it didn't look like it came through.
To Nova?
All right, yeah,
All right, I'll do it.
All right, so while he's doing that, listen, make sure as you're coming on, tell us where you guys are watching us from. And our hashtag for tonight, you know I like to give us hashtags. So our hashtag for tonight is Q&A with LK.
Q&A with LK. Let's talk about it.
Q&A with LK.
Yeah,
so that's
let's
hashtag, the letter Q, the ampersand. Is that right? Yeah, the and sign, A with LK. Make sure you are sharing. Make sure you are telling us where you guys are watching us from. And as we always do, you know we're a little cray-cray. We just like to keep it real. So we're not experts, we're just experienced. And we want to share our experience with you. So, you ready to get started?
I'm ready to get started whenever.
All right. So ladies, some of you have already sent some questions. And listen, he says no topic is off limits tonight.
And I have not been...
He don't even know where I'm gonna start. He don't even know what questions I got.
But I would like for you to do one thing tonight, though. Seriously. Yesterday we talking about the how the brain frontal cortex and all that stuff matures. And you also mentioned how the endorphins cause us to have an addiction in the beginning of relationships. So if you could just touch on that first, and then we'll go from there. And I think that will help me to set the stage for any question that comes up. If you don't mind doing that, Dr. Tracy Knighton, the therapist, please do that, and we'll get kicked off from there. How about that? So,
all right then.
Unexpected. Let's go.
All right, so ladies, listen, let me give you a biological reason why some men may not act at the level of maturity that you want them to act.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right, so here's the deal. Our brain develops from the back to the front. So when we're in our mother's womb, the actual first thing that develops in a child's body, in our bodies, is the back of the brain, which is our spinal cord, which is the oldest part of the brain. It's called the reptilian brain. That's the part of the brain that keeps you alive. So your brain develops from the back to the front. The last part of the brain that develops is your prefrontal cortex. This is where your executive functioning is. This is where your logical thinking is, your reasoning, the higher order thinking skills. All right, so put a pin right there. Ladies, listen. Woohoo!
Share this now.
Our prefrontal cortex develops fully at 25. Whoop, whoop. Listen, unfortunately, for the men that you're involved with, their prefrontal cortex doesn't fully develop until about 28, 29. So, the truth of the matter is while you're 25 and fully developed, they still got a few more years to fully develop in the prefrontal cortex area. That gives you an explanation for why they don't quite mature at the level you want them to. Here's the second piece. When it comes to our relationship,
help us.
Okay, your body releases endorphins that let you know you're in love. Dopamine, particularly, is the endorphin or the hormone that's released that's what we call our feel-good hormone. So it's the hormone that's released when you're in love, that lets you know you're in love, that you have feelings towards somebody. It's also released when you exercise. It's also released, it's called part of your pleasure principle part of your brain. So these wonderful endorphins are released. So we often wonder why in the first 3 months of a relationship, why we're all so excited and giddy. Well, guess what? That endorphin, that hormone is released in your body so much in those first 3 months. It's almost like what we call the cocaine phase of your relationship, because so much of that hormone and endorphin is released in your body. So that's why you feel the way you feel for those first 3 months, that everything is wonderful. I'm in this beautiful relationship. Oh, he's everything I want. Yeah, wait till month 4 to really decide whether or not this is the relationship for you, because months 1 through 3, you under the influence of that endorphin. I'm just putting it out there for you.
That's deep.
Okay.
That's deep. Turn that up right there, darling.
All right.
That's it. All right, question number 1. Let's go.
Question number 1, ladies, are you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Question number 1 to our big brother LK. Why is it hard for most men to demonstrate love?
That's a great question to start off with. Why is it hard for most men to demonstrate love? If I had to start right here, one of the main reasons why it's so difficult for men to demonstrate love is because it's difficult to demonstrate what you have not seen.
Woo!
It's extremely
Woo!
difficult, I'll say it again, to demonstrate what we have not seen.
Right.
If you talk to the average man, you would discover that the average man was never told, I love you. You'll discover that the average man was never hugged, that the average man was never told, I'm proud of you. I'm not saying all, but in generality, most men have not learned how to demonstrate love because they weren't shown love. And what ends up happening is that we repeat cycles simply because we are only expressing what we've been taught, and that was not love at all. And so that's why it's hard for men to demonstrate love, because again, it's hard to demonstrate what was not demonstrated for you. So let me give you a good example.
Okay.
For me personally, I grew up in a home where, mom and dad were there, but I never heard, matter of fact, I never even heard my mom and dad say I love you to each other, much less to us. So when I got to be like 17, 18, I said, one day when I have kids, my kids will never say that I never heard my dad say I love you. So My son, who's 33, as of this day, if I call him right now while I'm on this live, before I get off the phone with him, he's gonna beat me saying I love you, or I'll beat him saying it. Most times it's gonna be him beating me saying I love you, Dad. The point I'm making is, for him, it's easy to say it now to his kids because he's gotten that from his dad. And the point I'm making is we can only demonstrate what we've been taught. So let's tie that to a relationship. Most men have not seen their dads. Number one, they hadn't even seen their dads, period. Most of them come from single parent families. And so, and even if they did have mom and dad in the house, they can't say that they saw their dad hugging their mom, kissing their mom, patting mama on her butt, or whatever the case may be, because they just did not know how to do it themselves. And so that's why it's hard for men to demonstrate love.
Right.
I need y'all to give me some hearts if I'm telling y'all the truth right now. I'm talking already, and that's the first question.
That's question number
I'm
one.
not going to go another step further until y'all share this, because y'all women need to hear this, because I'm saying to you that we got to help y'all to do better. So I need y'all to share. I need y'all to show some love. Show some hearts.
Ladies,
I need some hearts now.
Ladies, listen, you know somebody that would have these same burning questions, so make sure you are sharing this video, you are sharing this live, because LK is here to answer our questions. You ready for the second question?
Second question, let's go. I need to see some hearts though. What's up with y'all? Y'all ain't on here? Y'all sleep? What's up?
They sleep tonight,
I don't know. I need to see some hearts or something going on.
Oh my.
All right, let's go.
Question number two. Why do men get bored in relationships?
Why do men get bored in relationships? I'm glad you asked. So here's the answer. We have to understand that men were born with a hunting spirit. A hunting spirit. What do you mean by a hunting spirit? Men, for the most part, are chasers. Men, for the most part, are men who have to have the catch, meaning the thrill and the agony of defeat. And so, the kill. So let me give you a good example of what I mean. So for instance, a man, right? A lot of men love to hunt, love to fish, love to watch sports. So that's what they like to do. So watch this. So a man can sit and watch football game all day long. Basketball game all day long.
Not this one.
A man can go hunting in the woods, sit in a chair waiting for a deer to come by all day long.
Not this one.
A man can go to a fish pond or a lake or whatever.
Or the ocean.
Or the ocean, and they can stay there all day waiting for the catch.
Right.
In sports, waiting to see the tackle, waiting to see the slam dunk. Because it's the nature that's inside of us that says that we are hunters. So here's why men get bored.
All right.
Once they catch what they were trying to go after, they become complacent and it's no longer exciting. Again, that's not for all men. That's a generality.
Okay.
And what I'm saying to you is most men become comfortable, and they sometimes get to a point of becoming bored because the relationship does not have the spice and the excitement that it had as it was in the beginning. So as time goes on, the excitement wears off because now I don't have nothing to catch. She's already mine.
Oh, I heard you. Okay, I got you, sis. Okay. So is it possible
I need y'all to put some comments in here or something now. Maybe somebody feel like I'm talking to myself.
Is it even possible to keep the excitement enough for him to feel like...
Sure it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is definitely possible to keep the excitement. And what I mean by that is, now, it's a two-way street, I'll say that much. So with a man, you have to understand that we think totally different from a woman.
Church said amen.
And what I mean by that is,
amen. You
have to first determine what excites him. Now, I ain't talking about, now if you got a man that's the only thing he's excited about is sex, you need to go and throw him away.
Yeah, you in trouble.
The point I'm making is that's not, nearly, a piece of what the relationship should be all about. But most times, that's what y'all women settle for. That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't saying all now. I ain't saying all. I'm not trying to throw off. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But yes, you can still remain at a point where there's excitement in the relationship, excitement in the marriage, but you have to know what your man's love language is.
There you
It
go.
may be you sitting down watching a football
There
game
you
with
go.
him. It may be sitting down doing whatever it is that he likes to do. So yes, the excitement can remain, but you have to find out what that love language is.
There you go. I love it.
I'm talking
I love
good
it,
if
I
y'all
love
don't
it.
even agree with me.
I love it. I love it. All right, so ladies.
Angie B, what you got to say? Nicole Latrice, Burnett, if you on here, what you got to say about that? Let's talk.
All right, question number 3, ladies. Here we go.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
I dealt with this in the very beginning. Why are relationships so exciting in the first 3 months? Do you want to add anything to that from
No.
what I said this morning?
No.
Okay. I mean earlier. Okay. Cool. All right. So,
Third
ladies, huh?
I don't know none of these questions. I would shoot them at me.
All right. So I got this burning question, sis. I got you because I know you are so sick of this. I know you tired of this.
Let's hear it.
I know you tired of them playing games. So here's your question, sis. I got you. At what point do men stop playing games?
Oh, wow.
Mm.
The question is, at what point
At what point
do men
Do
stop
men
playing games?
stop playing games?
I'm glad you asked.
Mm.
The answer is very simple. Men stop playing games when you stop allowing him to play games with you. Boy, I couldn't get no better than that one now. Come on now, y'all go and give me some hearts on that now. Y'all trying to
It
ask,
might be a little
you need to go
mad.
ahead and ask the
It might be a
question.
little mad,
But you
yeah.
might want to go and just say, you know what? I might well swallow that bitter pill. Because a man is only allowed to do to you what you allow him to do.
Woo.
A man cannot do to you what, man, anyway.
Come on. So what you allow will continue.
What you allow will continue. You say
Mama.
playing games. So here's the thing.
Mama.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this in a minute too. The problem is you don't know how to ask the right questions in the beginning. You're just so excited to have a man just taking you out to eat, whatever the case may be. You don't even know what questions to ask a man.
Mama.
The one main question that you need to ask a man is, who are you? I ain't talking about what your job is and what school you went to. I'm talking about who are you? What's your plans for your life? Anyway, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Not right now.
Because
not
they
right
need to
now.
hear that.
I don't want to give them too much too early. I don't want to give them too much too early.
All right. So the question was, at what point do men stop playing games? And he dropped it on you like it was hot.
Mic drop.
You stop letting them. They
You might
will
say, well,
stop when you
how do
stop.
I know in the beginning that he's playing games? Here's the thing that I want y'all ladies to hear me on. Listen to me good, ladies. This is your night, ladies' night. This is ladies' night. We're going to keep it raw.
It's ladies' night.
And the feelings.
feelings
Okay, stop. So here's the deal. One of the things that has to be honestly looked at is this right here. The only reason why men are like they are now is because too many women settle.
Yeah.
Too many women settle for a man who's not giving you the real him, if I can say it like that. And so you're allowing excuses. You're allowing him to say stuff like, well, my phone was cut off. All these excuses that in your spirit, because y'all women were born with a sixth sense. God gave us 5 as men, but y'all got a 6th sense because y'all know when the man ain't telling the truth, but you still go along with the foolishness anyway. So here's the issue that I have. You can't ask at what point does a man stop playing games? Mm-hmm. The simple answer is when you stop letting them.
Mama, when you stop giving him permission.
When you stop settling.
When you stop
When you stop running the red lights, the signs that say it's not there.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my. All right.
I feel like talking today.
Sis, I hope that answered your question. All right. Next question. Why is it difficult for a man to commit to one woman?
Why is it
difficult
for a man to
commit to one woman?
This is a question that really, it goes back, and I answer this question a lot, and because it's really true.
Yep.
So I want y'all to come close. Come close, ladies. Ladies, come close. Here's the real deal. The real deal is this. In the African American culture, I can't speak for other races, but in the African American culture, I'm glad she turned that down for a minute because I need them to really hear. But I like that music though. But in the African American culture, when a boy is 4 or 5 years old, somebody is going to ask him, what's your girlfriend's name? Now, again, this is not for all men because there are some men who
Right.
remain celibate till they get married. God bless them. And so a boy's about 4 or 5 years old. Someone is going to ask him, what's your girlfriend's name?
Okay.
I just asked a couple this not long ago.
Yes.
The next question that's asked of a boy when he's a teenager is no longer what's your girlfriend's name, but how many girlfriends do you have? Listen to it now. If you ask the average teenager, 13, 14, 15, 16, I'm telling you, if he wasn't asked that question by now, check his manhood.
Oh my.
Did I say that?
Oh my.
Oh God, I didn't mean to go there. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So hear me now. Hear me. Here's the real deal. What those questions did for us as men, I'm putting my hand up. I'm the first to testify. It caused us to be undisciplined sexually.
My. Okay. Ladies,
Are
got
y'all
that?
listening to me?
Y'all got that?
It
It's so
caused
quiet
men. I'm trying to wonder if I'm on the right page or something. I mean, they ain't get no heart, no love, no nothing. But this gonna
They
be
so
stuck or
quiet.
something.
They
Stuck.
so quiet.
So anyway, listen. So what ends up happening is they don't want nobody to know I'm telling the truth. They don't want to hit them hearts and stuff. so here's the deal. Here's the deal. So what that did was cause us to be sexually undisciplined. So a man can meet the right woman, but because he has been undisciplined most of his adult life, for him to settle down with just one is extremely difficult. Not to say it can't be harnessed, can't be broke in, put back, together, whatever you're gonna say. But it's extremely difficult. That's the equivalent of a person. Watch this. That's the equivalent of a person who started drinking at a young age, 11, 12, 13 years old, and all of a sudden you want him to just stop because he meets you. No. It's a difficult task to break for a man when he has been sexually undisciplined. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, it's going to take God and some of God's other angels to get a man to stop that, because you got to understand, now don't miss me on this, because I know y'all thinking, well, I'm married now. Listen, marriage don't stop that.
Mama.
Hear me now. I'm just telling y'all facts.
Mama.
Marriage sometimes does not stop a man because that nature is still in him to do the wrong thing. That's why, can I just be honest with y'all? I like to be transparent. Here's the deal. Temptation is only temptation when you're tempted by what tempts you.
Come on now.
I'm going to say it again. Somebody write that in the comments. That's the least y'all can do tonight. Write this in the comments. Temptation is only temptation when you're tempted by what tempts you.
Come on now.
Case in point. You can put all the drugs in front of me that you want. It won't do a thing for me.
Right.
You can put somebody else's money in front of me. It won't do a thing for me. You can put somebody, whatever, don't matter. But don't put no 36, 24, 36. On this day and age, 38, whatever, it don't matter. Don't put that in front of me, because now I'm going to be tempted. Tell the truth, shame the devil. That's why the Bible says in Corinthians that God made a way of escape. And I have to get away from that kind of stuff there, because it ain't going to be good.
And the saints are going, oh my God, no, he didn't say that. Yes,
y'all know I like to keep it real. They ain't playing with it.
So one of the things I wanted to touch on, and I lost my train of thought laughing at you, as always. But when it comes to the commitment, when it comes to why women feel that men have a difficult time in being committed, do you think that this is true? That behavior is difficult to change unless there's motivation behind the change?
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah, behavior is difficult to change unless there's motivation behind the change.
Let me just say this. One of the hardest, I say this all the time, one of the hardest things in the world to do is to unlearn what you learned.
Okay.
And so my motivation for change, for changing, has to be greater than, let me just say it like this. You have to look at what you're going to lose And most times people don't take into account what they're going to lose when they're out doing what they do.
Right.
Let me just leave that there. But the point I'm making is, those two questions, what's your girlfriend's name and how many girlfriends you have.
Right.
That messed us up as men. Don't let nobody tell you no differently. I'm telling you. That messed us up because in our minds, we had to think we had to have more than one girlfriend because my uncle or my cousin or my brother. Man, how many girlfriends you got now?
The man you looked up
now this is what we did while we were in high school and all after that. So you checking off how many you got. How many you got that we got? You checking them off like you doing the times tables or something, trying to see who's gonna get the most. And so that kind of stuff messed us up. And then we just need to be honest and really get some help for that. So I want to have a conversation with men one of these days because we got to be honest because we are not helping to keep queendom. That's a good word. Yeah. Queendom in our view. And I guess what I'm saying in a nutshell is we are doing our women a disservice because now they have poor men to choose from because we still playing games in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and some of y'all jokers in your 70s still trying to play. And so we need to come down and have some conversations about this because, listen, it's getting old, and you getting old, and listen, ain't no need to keep doing that.
There you go. Okay. I love it, honey.
I'm through.
So here's the next one. Why do so many men cheat down? Here's what the young lady's asking. Why do so many men cheat down? Meaning a woman who doesn't compare to the one he already has.
When you say why does a man cheat down? Most times a man cheats down. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Most times, again, I haven't been prepped on none of these questions.
Not prepped.
Most times a man cheats down simply because that's the one that's going to put up with whatever he has to put up with, whatever he's putting out, rather. So when you say cheating down, a woman of a high standard, a woman of quality, a woman of substance, and here's the dichotomy. Here's the duality of that situation, which is kind of crazy. So a man cheats down, but he got a queen at home. So he ends up having to lose a queen to get a joker. Did I say that? So a man cheats down and he don't realize cheating down, the only thing he'll do is let a queen go to get a joker. And then when you get the joker, you realize that, golly, I ended up messing up for a joker when I had a queen at home.
I had a queen.
So they don't think. Can I just be honest with y'all? Y'all know I like to keep it real now. This is just who I am 24/7, 7 days a week. The problem and the reason why men cheat down is because they think with the wrong head.
Woo! Low-hanging fruit. Is that what we say? Low-hanging fruit?
Woo! Did I just say that? Low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry. Listen, I have to keep it real with y'all because it don't do no good to try to fake and try to act like it's not real talk. Men cheat with the wrong head.
My goodness.
Or they think rather with the wrong head. That's what I mean.
My goodness. Ladies, did y'all get that answer? Did you get the answer that you
Period.
need? Did you get the answer you need? All right. So.
Oh, boy, I'm sorry. Why, Miss Franklin, thank you so much for telling me I'm telling the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Even Cooper, thank you, Sherrod Cooper. I got a man on here saying teach, sir, because I'm telling y'all the truth.
That's true.
Oh, thank you, bro. I like the fact that my pastor friend Sherrod Cooper is helping me to tell the truth. We trying to be honest with y'all ladies now.
Ladies, these are questions that you want to ask and answers that you need, and we're getting them from the one and the only.
I need y'all to share this now. We got a few more questions. I really need y'all to share this now because y'all women need to hear this stuff. Now, can I, before you even ask the next question, since I got these ladies watching me, I want y'all to listen to me now. One of the things that I wish to God, I just told my sister this earlier today. I said, there's one thing I wish women would finally come to understand. Y'all stop posting all your new baby, your new boyfriends and your babes and your boos. I don't even know what the next question is, but I want to say this to y'all. Stop posting that this your new man, that I'm so in love. That's your endorphins for the first 3 months got you thinking like that. You're addicted to our relationship. So this is what I say to y'all women. This is what I say to y'all women. Come close, women. Come close. Listen to me good. Come close with it, darling. My daughter knows what she's doing. I love that girl. Until he walks you down the aisle He's not your man, it's just your turn.
My.
Write that in the comment section now. Until a man, and I'm going to add something to that because I just told my sister I need to add a little bit more to this because something else hit me today. Until a man walks you down the aisle, he's not your man, it's just your turn. And even then, he still may not be just your man.
Woo. Woo.
Woo, boy, y'all need to tweet that. That's true right there now. And that's my quote. That ain't nobody else's. I'm going to say it one more time. Until a man walks you down the aisle, he's not your man, it's just your turn. And if you don't believe me, ask him how many turns you are. What number turn you are, rather. Yeah, that's what number you are. And ask him how many of the women said the same thing. Ooh, you just the best. I'm just so in love. Okay. And if he, I'm going to stop right there.
Go ahead, because what ends up happening is that so many women, because you in the what we call the cocaine phase of your relationship, you got all of these pictures posted of you and this man, but if you go on his page, where's your picture? I'm just asking what I'm asking.
So I'm going to say it one more time. Ladies, stop doing all that posting now, because see, you going to get mad when folk ask you, well, what happened to your boyfriend? Mm-hmm. Now you mad because they asking you about him, and you ashamed to want to say, well, you know, Charlie just didn't work out. Well, you ain't had no business posting it. You ain't had no business posting it. Listen, keep folk out your business. That's the best thing to do, because I'm going to say it again. It's my last time, and we're going to go to the next question, because I hadn't looked at none of these questions. The question is, no, the phrase is, the quote is, until a man walks you down the aisle, A-I-S-L-E, he's not your man, it's just your turn.
Mama.
Next question, please.
Y'all got that. Y'all make sure y'all got that now.
Y'all mighty quiet on here. You're mighty quiet.
They soaking it all in.
Y'all soaking it
all in.
I need y'all to send me some questions because I'm ready tonight.
All right.
I said, what the preacher said, I feel like preaching tonight.
Here's our next question. How do men really, how do men really view independent or strong black women?
Oh, God. Say that question one more time. Ladies, y'all hear this question. I got a serious answer for this one. Go ahead.
How do men really view independent or strong black women?
Okay, here we go. I can only speak to our culture. Here's the real deal, ladies. You always have to realize that most men, not all, are intimidated by independent and strong women.
Okay.
And there's only one reason why.
Okay.
Well, I ain't gonna say one. I'm gonna give you my reason why. And the reason why is simply because they've been dealing with shallow, low-hanging fruit. And what I mean by shallow, I don't necessarily mean they ain't got nothing to offer. I'm just saying most times they've been dealing with women who are on a lower level. Maybe lower level intellectually, because you got to realize, here we go, most times women who put up with a whole lot of foolishness from men are on a low level anyway.
Right.
They start settling. Their expectations are low. And so when a real woman comes through, a woman who's independent, got her own life going on, don't really need no man, got high expectations, now all of a sudden the man thinks, oh, you just asking for too much. No, it's just that you've been hanging around women that ain't expecting nothing from you, so you think that she is asking for a whole lot, when all the things she's really asking you to do is step up to the plate and be a man.
My God.
Tony Braxton said, just be a man about it.
Just be a man.
So you ain't have to be insecure about an independent, strong woman. For what? If you know who you are, you know what you got to bring to the table. Ain't no need you being worried about that. Because most women ain't worried about the stuff you bring to the table. No way. Not no money. They want you to just keep your word. Be a man.
Truth be told.
Am I talking good tonight? Or am I off on that?
No, you talking good.
I ain't seen y'all ain't show no love on this. Y'all show no love. Come on,
I think they just taking it all in, honey.
And taking it in?
Yeah, I think they just
okay, well, good. Well, let them take it in. I need to see some hearts or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by independent men become. What was the question?
Why are some men, let me get my question right. All right. Why do men really? How do men really view independent or strong black women?
How do they view them? Okay, let me make sure I got that question answered fully.
How
do they view them?
Yes.
They view them with a lens that says I can't step to them the same way I step to other women. And they also view them from the perspective of I'd rather stay away than to go there and be rejected.
Ooh. Ooh.
So you gotta understand about a man now. Most men are not going to approach a very strong, independent woman because their insecurity won't let them. Listen to me. If you find the average man who approaches, that's why. Watch this. Why? Here we go. Watch this. That's why let's say an average looking guy will always have a hard time attracting a very beautiful woman because he feels like I'm not good enough.
Mama.
I know I'm talking to somebody now. And so now he's got this insecurity going on. If he does mess around and get a very attractive woman, now he's trying to figure out, wow, I can't believe I got her. And so now his insecurity won't let him rest to know that she ain't looking at how you look so much. She's looking at the fact that you're a man, but because of your insecurities, you're starting to feel a little inferior and you're starting to look like, oh man, I can't believe this. And so now your insecurities are playing on her and it's causing her to feel a little uneasy because you don't feel at ease in yourself. I'm saying a whole lot tonight. Good Lord. Let's go to another question.
That's good stuff right there. So let me ask this question. When it comes to men and how they view independent women, so as some women who have been independent for a long time and been able to make their own lives and everything, how then do they allow themselves to open up enough for a man to have a spot in her life?
Run it one more time.
How then do independent women open up enough? How should they open up enough to allow a man to even be a part of their lives? Because some men run away because they ain't figured out what part of the woman's life they play because she is so independent.
Yeah, here's the real deal. Because independent women do run into this situation, this problem, more than most men would probably ever imagine.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because most women who have gotten to their point of what you call success in their life, they got their careers going, they got their own place, they're not really depending on a man. It's hard for a man to step to them simply because, again, they have not had to deal with a woman who has her stuff together.
Mama.
Now, the point I'm making is, as it relates to your question in this totality, is that for women, for a woman to open up her space and to even let a man come in, he really has to be on top of his game. And I'm not talking about game as in words to say, but I'm talking about knowing where he's going in life. Because a woman, a good independent woman who knows what she wants, knows what she's doing, she's not gonna put herself in a place of vulnerability with a man, especially if she has a track record of men not doing what they're supposed to do in the past. So most women now are at a place where they say to themselves, I'd rather be by myself than to put up with more foolishness.
There you go. There you go. That's good. That's good. The old saying is I could do bad by myself, but I like to challenge women and say you can do good by yourself too.
Right.
So the challenge is when we talked about the low-hanging fruit and how independent women and successful women attract men. Sometimes the men don't want to step to them because of who they are and what they have already. And they go to the lower hanging fruit or the women who don't have those high expectations. And so what ends up happening is that men are never challenged to be better, do better, have better, present themselves better, because our sisters who have those low expectations
make it rough
for those of us who have the higher expectations.
And so when they run into a woman who has, and not really higher expectations, it's just basic standards.
Some of it is just basic.
Yeah, and so what happens is now most men look at women and say stuff like, "Oh man, you asking for too much. You complicated. You just no. It's just that you just been dealing you just been dealing with women that didn't have no high standards. Now, I don't even want to call it high standards. Some of it's just basic. Yeah, just some basic stuff. You know,
Let's just have conversation.
So now you wanna sort of vilify a woman who has her stuff together because you can't step up to the plate and meet the expectations, the wants, the needs, the expectations, and the non-negotiables that a woman has. And let me just stop and park right there because I want to say this. Every woman needs to know her needs, her wants, her expectations, and her non-negotiables. Write that in the comments.
Yes.
Know your needs.
Your needs.
Your wants.
Your wants.
Your expectations.
Those expectations.
And your non-negotiables. What you won't put up with.
Yeah.
And you put that on the table on not necessarily day one. You know, but you want to put that on the table before y'all call yourself in a relationship.
And that goes into the relationship building. So I want to stay right there for a second because we're talking about, ladies, questions that you have that, you need Big Brother LK to answer for you because, hey, you got questions and you want those answers. So I got a question for you, ladies, when it comes to that. Ladies want to know, how do I know when I need to throw in the towel, when this relationship is really not going anywhere?
Wow. Now that's a powerful question right there. Now let me ponder that for a minute.
But I know you got an answer.
Oh, I got an answer now. How do I know?
Yes.
When it's time for a woman to throw in the towel?
Yes. Because we'll stick with a man to the end. We will do that. And the thing is what you said earlier is, unless he walks you down the aisle, it's just your turn. But what I'm noticing is that women are settling for being in relationships for 10, 20, 30 years, and you ain't walked down the aisle yet.
Wow.
And he's continuing to do whatever it is he wants. But how does a woman know when it's time to just throw in the towel?
You know what? That's a great question. Now, this one kind of got me. I want to answer it the right way because I don't want women to just say he's telling me to get divorced or he's telling me to do whatever. But here's the thing. I'll say this much, that the time to consider whether this is worth it or not, I'll word it like that, is when, number one, you have no peace.
Woo.
Number two, when you have no growth.
Woo.
Number three, when you have no joy.
Woo. Number three.
Number four, and I'm just rounding off some stuff.
That's why I need to go back and remind them of what you wrote.
Yeah, you're right, because I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying, but I can't tell you what order I said it in. If you ask me in a few minutes. And the other thing is, you want to, write these down, ladies. This is one thing you always want to have anyway. I got to give them my 3 E's.
Yes.
Three
Go back
E's.
to the 3 E's.
I'm going to give you my 3 E's and my 3 T's. So let me start with the 3 T's. No relationship is worth having if you don't have trust, transparency, and transference.
Okay.
Let me give it to you. You already know what trust is. Transparency is when you're able to be yourself. So if you're in a relationship and you're not able to be yourself, you're walking on eggshells.
Right.
That's a good sign that relationship is not going to be what it should be.
That's it.
Then the transference means that you're giving and receiving at the same time.
Right.
That is not a one-sided situation. It's not a one-sided situation. Are y'all listening to me? It's not a one-sided relationship. So trust, transference, and transparency.
Yep.
The 3 E's. If you don't have these 3 E's in your relationship, you ain't got no business in it no way. You need somebody who can educate you. Write that in the comments.
Yes.
Educate you. Educate you. Somebody who can, challenge your thinking. Pour some knowledge into you. Not only do you need somebody who can educate you need somebody who can elevate you. If you're at the same place that you were when you met that joker, listen, that's a waste of your time. You need somebody who can take you further, take you higher, and become a better person than when you were when you met them. Educate, elevate, and then 30, you need somebody who can evaluate you. Somebody who can put you in check, meaning somebody who can check you when you're, off track or whatever the case may be.
And checking is not negative.
Right. We ain't talking about negative. We're just talking about somebody who can say, listen, you know what, that wasn't quite right.
Make constructive observations.
Constructive observation. I don't never call it constructive criticism. I call it constructive observation. I observe this, not I'm criticizing you.
There you go.
Okay.
So what you said is that in your relationship, ladies, you need to have peace, joy, and growth. And if you don't see those things Those would be your red flags. You need to evaluate yourself. Do I have peace in my relationship right now? Do I have joy in my relationship? Do I find joy in my relationship right now? Do I see growth not only in me, but in him in our relationship right now? And those would be your red flags. If you're not seeing that, we're not saying go get a divorce. We're not saying drop that dude. We're not saying that at all. We're just saying, hey, those are things that you need to observe. So, honey, come on. Can you just give us 2 questions? I know you said you don't want to do it, but ladies, before we get off tonight, I'm going to see if I can get it out of him. You said a few minutes ago that you didn't want to go there, but I really think we got some sisters that need to know. What are 2 questions ladies can ask men before the relationship even gets too far to see if this might be the right man for them? Because you said the first question was, who are you?
Who are you?
Can you give us 2 more questions?
All right, let me see if I can give you 2 good questions to ask a man. So here's one question that you want to always keep in the forefront of your mind. See, most men will ask you, for the most part, how many guys you dated or whatever. And why they ask that question don't matter, but it's kind of a whole other conversation. So here's one main question that you want to ask, because, and listen to me good, this will always be true. When you ask a man, say for instance, if he's been married before or been in relationships before, when you ask, and this is a surface question, so I'm gonna give you some deep questions in a second, but I want to start with this one. When you ask a man, what happened in your previous relationships?
Ooh.
When you ask a man, so tell me, what happened in your previous relationships? Because you need to know.
Right.
If he blames, listen to me, if he blames the woman all the time, take your bags and leave. If he's always blaming the woman,
right.
Trust me when I tell you, pack your bags and leave.
That's
because
good.
If you don't, guess what? When you and him break up, you're going to be the reason why it didn't work.
My goodness.
So that's always a red flag, is
That's
to
good.
know when a man does not take responsibility for his own inactions, it's going to be a red flag.
That's good.
Now, I'm just going to throw another surface question. So if you ask
a surface question?
Yeah, this is another surface question. Here's another surface, what I consider a surface question. This ain't even deep. So you ask a man, you say, you know what? Tell me, have you ever cheated on a woman before?
Honey, is he really going to answer that question truthfully?
That's what I'm going to get to. So you ask a man, have you ever cheated on a woman before? And they do like I'm doing now, like what do I say to that? Because y'all don't think that's some kind of question. And he sort of like, but yeah, I have. But he can't explain the why. Now this is just surface questions. I promise you, this is surface. I'm not even gonna give you the deep question. I might come back next Sunday at 9 o'clock because I got to be on 8 o'clock and give you some deep questions to ask. So when a man can't answer, a man just can't outright say, you know what, baby, yes, I have. So so has that been like years ago or was that recently?
Right.
And so now he's like, dang, do I tell the truth or do I tell a lie?
Does she really know something that I don't know?
Man, listen. See, I know y'all sitting there pondering and saying, you know what, that might not be a bad question to ask. Because now you say, well, okay, was that in the last relationship that you were in? And then you'll start asking yourself, so what makes me think I'm gonna be different?
Right.
Because listen, let's just be honest.
Right.
Let's just be honest. Most relationships end because of infidelity. Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil. Most relationship ends because of the mere fact that they literally got bored in the relationship.
And we've addressed that.
And they just stopped giving you information. They just stopped, calling like they used to. They stopped doing stuff. So, well, what happened? What changed? Well, that's a whole other conversation. I'm supposed to be on my prayer call right about now.
You sure are. Your daughter took care of it.
But listen, then they get offensive. Thank you. but those are your signs. Those are your signs. Those are your signs of the times. I'm just giving y'all a shout. Let me give y'all some deep stuff next week. I'm supposed to be on my prayer line at 9 o'clock. And so I'm going to have to get somebody to pray on that prayer line now because I got to go from shifting my mindset to telling y'all the straight truth to help y'all to understand. So I'm going to close with this. Some of y'all who got on here late. We've been talking about questions that women have that we want to ask for men, that they wanted to ask a man. And again, I'm not an expert, I'm just experienced. And I'm saying you need to go back and look at this video and ask and listen to the questions that were asked. I wasn't prepped on the questions. I scanned through a couple of them, but I didn't really ponder any of them because I wanted to be able to answer them off the cuff. So I'm gonna say to y'all women who are out here, who are watching now, who just got on recently, please go back and watch this because this will help you to sift through why men are like they are. We talked about questions like why men have a hard time being consistent, why men have a hard time sticking with one woman, all that kind of stuff. And we didn't get into the communication side of it yet. We're gonna deal with that next week. So y'all need y'all to inbox me some questions. It won't ever know who the questions are coming from. Inbox me some questions. Lawrence Knighton, or send them to my Relationship Movement page. How you need to do it. Just DM me, whatever. Or again, you can send it to my email. My email is stressfree1960@yahoo or gmail.com. Either one, stressfree1960. Listen to me. Send me some questions. I want to answer them. I want to help y'all ladies to understand why we act like we do. I promise you, I want to help you. And I'm not trying to rat on men or nothing like that, but it's time for us as a people to become more consistent and more dedicated to what we're doing. Yes, let's talk about it. One of the questions that just hit me that I want to answer next week is, can a man be friends with a woman and be married? And be in a relationship? That's a question that's big for a lot of women and men for that matter, because I'm saying to you, one of the main questions that I get all the time is, can a man and woman be friends? That's a question that you need to hear me answer, because I'm going to give you the facts of it. Can a man and woman be friends? Friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Listen, appreciate y'all coming on tonight. Let's do it again next week. Next week at the same time. And I want 9 o'clock next week, though. I got another call at 8.
Prayer at 9.
We got prayer at 9. That's right. Well, we're coming at 7 o'clock. I'm going to do it 7 o'clock next week. Whatever time. You'll get a flyer way before we get started. Listen, appreciate y'all coming on. I'm gone. I got to go do something else right now. Thank y'all for coming on. Talk to y'all next week, okay? Bye.